This is Modez here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be discussing biology, and the topic we'll be discussing under biology is what? Cell. So now, what is a cell? As you were taught, the cell is the basic and smallest and the functional unit of life. The basic and smallest and the functional unit of life. We have different types of cells, and we also have the cell theory. So, but before we go to that, we have to treat the discovery of cell. In 1665, Robert Hooke discovered the cell. Then later, Anthony von Leeuwenhoek he was the first person to observe the cell under a compound microscope. In 1883, Robert Brown discovered a Scottish botany discovered what? The nucleus. In 1883, Robert Brown discovered the nucleus of the cell. Robert Hooke is the first person to discover the cell. Anthony von Leeuwenhoek is the first scientist to observe the cell under a microscope, and Robert Brown is the first scientist to discover the nucleus of the cell. Hope you get that point. So now let's go to the characteristics of cell. Now, the characteristics of cell. Cell provide support and structure to the body of the organism. That's one. Number two, the cell interior is organized into different individual organelles. That means each cell has different types of organelles. As you know, different type of organelles is what's made up a cell, yeah? And two or more cells give tissues, two or more tissues give organs, two or more organs give system. You get? So these multiple cells that give this, that give that will provide the structure. For example, now the cells in liver, are different from the cells in the kidney. You get? So the structure that gives the cells is different. Yeah, so I hope you understand. And they also provide support in different ways, from ATP generation by mitochondria and so on and so forth. You get? So now, as we were saying, the interior is organized into different individual organelles surrounded by a separate membrane. So that means they are membrane bound. They have different organelles that are surrounded by a separate membrane. So the nucleus holds genetic information necessary for the reproduction and cell growth. Yeah, you all know that the nucleus is like the center, or let me put it this way, the brain of the cell. It holds most of the genetic materials, and reproduction and cell growth occurs from the nucleus. Every cell has one nucleus and membrane bound. Every cell has at least one nucleus because there are some cells that are multinuclear, you get, and membrane bound organelles in the cytoplasms. Mitochondria, I'm just going to be dictating. Mitochondria, we talked about nucleus, yeah? Talked about nucleus. We talked about um, cytoplasm, cytoplasm. Now, mitochondria is a what? A double membrane bound organelle and is mainly responsible for the energy transactions vital for the survival of the cell. Yeah, they used to call it the powerhouse. I'm sure that's what they called it for you in this thing in your secondary school also, because it is where ATP is generated, and ATP is what? Energy. So that is why they call it the powerhouse. Yeah, I'm not going to go far more than that. Although there's more to mitochondria than just generating energy, but we're just going to stop at that. So now, after mitochondria, we have lysosome. They used to call lysosome the suicide bag. Yeah. Mitochondria. Lysosome. Lysosome has different type of function, but mainly its main function is what? It digests unwanted cell materials in the cell. It digests unwanted materials in the cell. So now the next one is endoplasmic reticulum. Plasmic reticulum. The main function of this is synthesis of selective a particular type of molecule that synthesizes some particular types of molecules, synthesis, and then sort them and direct them to exactly where they are supposed to be, meaning they take them to the what? Appropriate locations. Appropriate locations. So now let's go to types of cell. Types of cell. We have two types of cell. The chaotic, and what? Eukaryotic cell. The other type of cell that you guys know is plant cell and animal cell, yeah. But yeah, we are talking about we have two types of cell: prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. The prokaryotic cells have no nucleus. Some, such as bacteria, have a region within the cell where the genetic material is fully suspended. So they don't have a nucleus. So let me do it this way. Let me just kind of tabulate it. No nucleus. What they have instead is what? Nucleoid. Their genetic materials are like just in a region, and that region is what they call nucleoid. Yeah? But this one, it has nucleus. Nucleus is present. That's the chaotic cell. So now they are called they all are single celled. So prokaryotic cells are all single celled microorganisms. Examples are archaea, bacteria, and cyanobacteria. But I think the eukaryotic cell can be single cells and multicellular also. For example, paramecium is single cell and paramecium is eukaryotic cell. And this thing. So yeah, Archaebacteria and I didn't write. They are mostly single celled like Archaebacteria, bacteria, and cyanobacteria. But eukaryotes, they are not only single celled. So we have like paramecium. They are just broad category. They can be cellular or multicellular. You get so example plants, animals, protozoans, and all that. Animals and protozoans. Protozoans are mostly what? Single cell organisms. The cell size of prokaryotic cell size ranges from what? 0.1 micrometer to 0.5 micrometer in diameter. While the cell sizes of eukaryotic cell ranges from what? 10 micrometer to 100 micrometer in diameter. What does it mean? It means that eukaryotic cells are larger, way larger than what? Prokaryotic cells. So, prokaryotic cells. Okay, that's the end for today. That's the end of this video. We'll continue in part 2. Make sure you watch the part 2. There will be a link to the part 2 in the description of the video, or you'll see it at the top of the video right now. So make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications so you'll be able to receive notification when we drop a new video. Thank you very much. Make sure you show it to your friends too, and make sure you like the video too. Comment if you have a question. Goodbye.